What's going on, guys? So in this video we're going to be taking a look at a very underrated, flying under the radar fresh fragrance for summer that doesn't get any shine, any limelight, and while not the most original scent, it actually takes what it does and does it really damn well, in my opinion. Of course, we are talking about Mercedes-Benz Club Fresh, so stay tuned. Moving into the scent, so I'm actually going to give myself a nice spray on the hand because I love smelling this fragrance. It's very addictive. I've been wearing it sporadically to the gym. I wore it as my scent of the day a couple of days ago at the recording of this. I wore it out the shower that evening. It's such a joy. So you'll notice in the note breakdown that there's bergamot, there's apple, there's pear, and you do get a little bit of all of that. It's very, I feel like the ozonic notes and the ambroxan that are in this fragrance really brighten and kind of give this fizzy, almost effervescent quality to the citruses up top. While it's not a big fruity blast of apple, it's more of the juiciness from pear and bergamot that I get with this nice touch of aromatic lavender without it being too much lavender. You will smell the lavender, but it's not the lavender bomb that Mercedes-Benz Club Blue is. That is much more lavender forward and kind of based completely around lavender, honestly, lavender and orange. Whereas this lavender is more of just a supportive note. This is much more aldehydic. It's sparkly. The ozonic notes are probably a little bit of aldehydes mixed in there somewhere because it's a very sparkly and fresh, lively type of opening. This is an uplifting scent. It really is. Kind of in the realm of a Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue for men, but not exactly the same scent. You don't have the spice, you don't have the incense, but you do have that fresh and airiness side of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. But as it starts to settle down and calm down and that kind of sparkly tone of the top note calms down, it gets to be a much more clean, musky, lightly woody fragrance. It never loses any freshness. So the sage does play a role here. It gives kind of that familiar sage blue fragrance type of smell. But like I said, the only fragrance I can really relate it to kind of closely is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Aside from that, it's one of those fragrances that it has elements that it's like, I feel like this is like this or this is like that. And you're trying to rack your brain over what fragrances it's most similar to. And like I said, outside of that one, I can't really think of one specifically. It's not super unique, but it's one of the best freshies I've ever smelled, honestly. And I'm sure there's some out there that may agree it's one of the best freshies they've ever smelled, and then some will find it to be completely boring and forgettable. That's just what it is when it comes to fragrances. But this is one that just really excites me. This is perfect for a super, super hot summer's day. You're outside getting some vitamin D. You're in the sun doing things. I can see this being super loud off of the skin when you're outside in smoldering heat. This is clearly great for summer. You can wear it anytime you just want to smell super fresh and clean and have kind of an uplifting, mood boosting type of scent profile that's just going to brighten your mood when you first spray it and smell yourself. Nothing super unique, like I said before, but it's kind of cut and dry what you get. You get juicy, mouth-watering, sparkly citrus and ozonic notes at the top, a nice supportive dose of lavender that doesn't make too much of a soapy shower gel scent, but has a little bit of a soapy quality to it. Settles into a nice, clean, musky, and lightly woody fragrance. Like I said, nothing complex, nothing deep, but it just smells really damn good. In regards to performance, not winning any performance awards, but it's not super weak at the same time. This is one that kind of lingers on my skin in the 5 to 7 hour range. I'm not even going to categorize it in the 6 to 8 hour range because I've never once, in the times I've worn it, clocked it in the 8 hour range. Now, if you were to spray your clothes, I could see that happening for sure, going 8+ hours. But on skin, been in the 5 to 7 hour range. That's perfectly fine with me. The sweet spot for me is 6 to 8 hours. This falls into it for the most part. 5 hour range has kind of been when I've worn it to the gym because working up a sweat, body heats up, pulses up, the whole nine. So it burns off a little bit quicker, but still getting 5-ish hours. Because, I mean, I'm not at the gym for 5 hours, but when you start it, and 2 to 3 hours of its lifespan is going through all of that body heat, it makes it burn off your skin a bit faster. So 5 to 7 hours in longevity. Projection here is very, very bright and loud in the first 30 minutes. After that, it does sit a bit close to the skin, but it's one of those ozonic, super bright and airy fragrances, like I said. So while not super strong as it's reaching out, it's a nice light aroma that's reaching out arm's length. Maybe a little bit better if you're downwind or in a well-circulated room. People are going to smell you very easily with this one, especially in the first hour and a half to 2 hours. Then it's going to sit a bit close to the skin with a more moderate to mild type of sillage, closer to the mild side, where it's not really strong. It's a very light aroma at that stage after a few hours, where when you walk by somebody, it'd have to be pretty close in range with them smelling through their nose, with them breathing through their nose for them to smell you. So not a powerhouse by any means, but if you're looking for super clean, inoffensive and uplifting, this scent profile and this performance definitely suit one another. Final thoughts on Mercedes-Benz Club Fresh. I got to tell you, I'm really digging this one. This is one that was on my radar for a long time, and I procrastinated getting it for a long time. I'm glad to finally have it. It's a beautiful, clean, bright, slightly soapy, little bit of a shower gel scent, but there's a little bit more character to it than just a basic shower gel scent. Like I said, I could see this being passable and forgettable for some, and just really good for others that can appreciate it for what it is, like I can and like I am about to with this rating. I actually think this is a very good fragrance. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. This is right up my alley when it comes to fresh fragrances that are going to make me want to reach for it and keep going back to it. Because when you have a vast amount of fragrances, as I do, there's got to be something memorable or uniquely enjoyable about a fragrance to make you want to keep going back to it over and over and over. And the ozonic notes here with this pear bergamot combo, the opening is so beautiful, magical, inviting, and captivating to me that though some may deem this as a sub 5 type of fragrance, because it all depends on you, your taste, and what you like, and how many fresh fragrances you have, for example. For me, it's one that I really enjoy. I think what it does very, very well. That's why I give it a 7 out of 10. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on Mercedes-Benz Club Fresh. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback. And I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this? Those of you that have tried it, what do you think about it? Just because I give it a 7 out of 10 and I think it's very good, doesn't mean I'm recommending you rush out to buy it. If there's a way to get a sample, absolutely get a sample. Because like I said throughout the video, there's a chance that you're not going to like this the way I do, and it might be kind of boring and forgettable. But this is definitely one worth trying if you're looking for that additional freshie into your collection, into your rotation, your fragrance wardrobe for the hot weather that isn't exactly every single fresh fragrance out there, and you're looking for a great mood boosting type of scent profile, super uplifting. That would be Mercedes-Benz Club Fresh in my experience. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on this and you give it a spray now, probably going to thank me later. Have a good one, guys.